they do, and they have the new figures. Oh my god. Hello guys, what is up? It's another YouTube video more, and in today's video we have another action figure review for you guys. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new Stranger Things Netflix Demogorgon action figure. I actually don't know the name of this series. I don't know if there is a name for this series, but it is made by Jazwares. Here is the back of the box. You can see the Stranger Things logo up there, which looks amazing, Netflix logo. And you have also available Dustin and 11, which they did have Dustin at Target. I have a review for a toy hunt finding this guy, so go check that out. They did have Dustin, but they didn't have 11. But yeah, you can see upside down right there. Oh, well, yeah, upside down right there. But yeah, I don't know if there is an actual name to the line for this, which kind of sucks. It would have been cool if there was a name for the line, but I love the packaging and how you have Stranger Things right up there with the foil look to it, and you have the Demogorgon right there on the side. So yeah, this packaging is definitely awesome, and I can't wait to rip open this figure. Speaking of, let's go and unbox this guy. Alright, I have cut the tape on this guy, and let's see, can I pull this guy out? No, I cannot. Okay, I'm gonna have to rip this guy open a little bit. Alrighty. How the hell does this thing open? Oh, and I've messed up the box. Alright, well, it is what it is. Let's see, hopefully it doesnn't have any QC and I won't have to return it. But, oh, I didn't know this until I bought the figure, that it actually comes with a stand, and I think that is awesome with like all the things from the upside down. But taking this guy out of the packaging, oh man, this freaking looks amazing. I cannot wait. I've always wanted them to do, or just people to do, Stranger Things figures, because I don't think we have enough merch for Stranger Things, and with it being the final season, I'm glad that they're going all out. Okay, and here's the figure out of the box with all of his accessories. We're going to take a closer look at the face. Well, if you can even call this a face. But taking a closer look at the figure, and oh man, Jazwares, you guys killed it with this mouth, man. I'm getting creeped out even looking at it and touching it, man. That's crazy. But yeah, you have the flower head right there with all the teeth in it. Let's get a closer look. Like bloodied up mouth and the gums in there and all the teeth. It's insane the detail they put on the head sculpt. And you have all this like nice white dry brushing on the figure as well, not just the head, but on the actual body itself and on the limbs and stuff. So that's really cool. You have this nice pinkish kind of purplish red airbrush on there. And then you have the spine right there. Man, that is awesome. That's gnarly, man. You do have a bit of a big gap in there. But yeah, you have all these striations in the body itself. You have like all the paint, the dry brushing on there. The arms are like really, really long, just like in the show, which is awesome. The legs do have this like fixed position, which I'm not mad about, because normally, typically, that's how the Demogorgons are. So I'm not mad about that whatsoever. But yeah, you do have the really long arms in there. The fingers, man, that's insane. I really want them to do a Vecna now, having this figure in hand, and also a Demodog, and like even it'd be cool to see like a shirtless Steve with like wet hair with like the Demobats. I think that'd be awesome in this line. There's so much potential for this line, man. I'm surprised they didn't make Steve as one of the first ones. They made Dustin and 11. But at least they did the Demogorgon. But yeah, I definitely want to see more creatures from the upside down. Maybe even like a big freaking mind flayer. That would be awesome at one point. But yeah, trying to get this guy into a pose, you definitely can. But I really love all the pink highlights on this figure. I think that's definitely a good thing, a great thing even about this figure. It definitely breaks up just the pale kind of grayish look, because that's typically how the Demogorgons look. And obviously you did have that first one that came out for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive with like the Christmas lights in the background, and you had like red hands, red feet, and then like a bloodied up closed mouth. So I'm glad that they made this guy in a single card release, but it'd be really awesome to get like a more bloodied version in like another single card release. But yeah, also, not to mention, this guy is pinless by Jazwares. That's awesome, man. I didn't know Jazwares had it in him. But yeah, all this detail and the spine on the back of the legs. Look at the muscles there. You have like this heel right here and the toes. Look at all the weathering on the claws. This is awesome. Definitely one of the funnest figures of the year for me. But now we're going to go ahead and get into some articulation, which this guy has great articulation. But yeah, getting into this guy's articulation, starting off with the head sculpts. He has the hinge at the top of the neck, and then a ball jointed neck as well. So he can get some really good up and some really nice downwards motion as well. So that's really great. And you do get some pretty good tilts, of course, all the way around. And then moving into the arms, you do have to be careful with them. You don't want to snap them. They do go up about 90 degrees. You can push them back down all the way around. And then you have a bicep swivel, which I would be very, very careful with the bicep swivel because mine was very tight out of the box, but mine has now gotten a little looser, thankfully, because I've seen some guy, his arm actually snapped off. I'm pretty sure it was the left arm here. So I'd be very careful with the arms on this guy. Make sure, I would honestly probably heat them up. I didn't. Probably a rookie move by me there. But yeah, and then you do have of course, the bicep swivel all the way around. Double jointed elbows right there. Great bend, double jointed pinless elbows. And you do have the hinge and swivel at the wrist. Great. You do have butterfly joints on this guy, which actually gets some really nice back motion and some really good forward motion as well. So I'm very surprised about that for this Jazwares figure. Very crazy to see butterfly joints on such a I would not expect this from Jazwares, so it's awesome to see that. You do have a ball jointed waist in there, which gets all the way around. Same with the upper diaphragm joint, all the way around as well. There is a big gap there, but honestly, I'm kind of fine with it. You do get some really great crunch on this guy. Like, that's amazing. And you get some really great arcing back, so that's also really great. Of course, you do get your tilt, not a lot, but good enough. And then moving into the legs, you do actually have drop down hips, which I was very surprised to see on this figure. So his legs can go really high up. They do the splits, and you do have a thigh swivel, double jointed pinless knees, which go down that far. Of course, they do have the fixed position right there. They don't go farther in more than that. And then you do have like this little ankle heel thing. I don't know what to call that. It's an animal monster creature, so I don't know. But they do go that forward, and then, yeah, not a lot back. And then you do have the ankles, which go down that far and up that far. So, yeah, really great articulation on this monster figure. Really loving this guy. Like, really, really loving this guy. Okay, now getting into the accessories of this figure, you do get an alternate head sculpt with this guy, which I thought was the only accessory he came with, so I'm glad to see it's not. But, let's see. You can pop this one off. I want to be very careful with this guy. I don't want him to break. But you can pop this guy off and then put this guy on. Oh, that's freaking diabolical, man. That's so damn creepy. I might just keep it like that for a little bit longer, because that is just so freaking creepy. It's insane to me how, like, the design of the Demogorgons in Stranger Things, like, oh my god, look at that. So yeah, let me know down below in the comments what's your favorite head sculpt that this guy comes with. I think I'm leaning more toward this one, but this one is just so damn creepy. And then you do get the display base, which I did not see in the packaging when I bought this guy. I did not know that until I watched a little review. So it's awesome to see that he comes with this display base. It does have a peg hole, and at the bottom of the feet you have one peg hole on one of the foots, so you can peg it in just like so. And it has like all the vines and a bunch of that detailing from the upside downs, rocks and stuff, and of course the upside down vines. And yeah, he looks freaking amazing. That's a great pose right there. So damn excited for season 5. You guys have no idea. I just started the rewatch a little bit ago. But yeah, season 1 and season 4 are my favorite seasons. Let me know if you guys want to see more Stranger Things content from me. But yeah, this guy looks amazing. So yeah, those are the only 2 accessories he comes with. Honestly, I'm kind of fine with it because of how detailed and articulated this guy is. And only the price I paid for this guy was literally like $19 because I had some deals with Target. But the retail is like $20.99. $21 for this guy, I think, is great. That's the price that these type of figures should be, like Legends and DC Multiverse. $20.99. I think that's a perfect price for this guy. But yeah, with that said, let's go and get into some comparisons. It is a bit of a challenge getting this guy to stand, but that is why he comes with the included base, so not that big. Okay, for reference, I have no idea who to compare this guy next to. So, first up, we have him here next to Order from the new G.I. Joe 2-pack with Law and Order. Little dog right there. And then we have him compared next to the Outriders from Infinity War, which I definitely want to compare this Demogorgon next to. And I think these guys look great together, too. Just awesome monsters. They even, like, have the same kind of knee bend right there. So, yeah, I think these guys look great together. And then we have him next to a couple of other G.I. Joes. We have the new Law figure from G.I. Joe with the Order 2-pack. And then we have the... I actually forgot this guy's name, not gonna lie. And then here he is next to a couple of other miscellaneous figures I had lying around. Here we have the Red Guardian from the new Thunderbolts movie, and then also Cable from X-Men 97. And there is one thing that I'm kind of meh on, and that's kind of the height for this guy. I would have liked him to be a little bit taller, because having Cable be taller than a Demogorgon is kind of, you know, meh. Because in the show, they did explain that he was, like, 9 feet tall. So it would have been cool to have him, like, maybe 7 inches, 8 inches tall. But also his knees are bent, so, you know... that probably shaves off an inch there, but he is still a great figure nonetheless. I genuinely love this figure so damn much. This is one of the funnest times I've had with the figure all year. I'm debating on getting multiple because there is multiple Demogorgons in the show, but Jazwares, if you're listening, which you probably aren't, but if you are, please make more monsters and creatures from the Upside Downs and more characters from Stranger Things in general. I would love to see Mike, Will, Lucas, the whole cast, Max, especially Steve as well, and Chief Jim Hopper. Please give us Chief Jim Hopper. But yeah, this figure is freaking amazing, guys. So overall, guys, what are my final thoughts on this new Stranger Things Netflix Demogorgon action figure by Jazwares? I don't... think there is an official, like, name for the series, but I'm just gonna call it the Upside Down Collection. Why not? I've seen other people calling that, online, so we're just gonna go with it. So, yeah, this Upside Down Collection Demogorgon by Jazwares. What do I think? This guy's freaking amazing. You heard me gloating about it earlier. If you love Stranger Things, or hell, even just like Stranger Things, buy this guy. Buy this figure. I cannot tell you a time that I've had more fun with a figure this year. Like, I'm being so dead serious. I genuinely am having a hard time thinking of a more fun time that I've had with a figure all year. This guy has been such a blast to pose around with. The sculpting is amazing. The details in this figure is freaking incredible. It's so amazing to look at it. There's so much articulation. It's so fun to play around with. I'm genuinely so damn excited and ecstatic that I have this guy in my collection. I've been looking for him for a couple days now. Please, Jazwares, do more in the line. Make a bloodied up Demogorgon. Make a Demodog, Demobat, freaking Vecna. Make characters from previous seasons as well. That would be great. The only thing that I will say about this figure is I think that he is a little too short for a 6-inch collection. I think an inch higher would have been, like, almost, I think, inch higher would have probably been perfect, but as is, this figure is pretty perfect. I love this figure. I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. You know what? Frick it. I'm gonna give him a 10 out of 10. This guy is amazing. I can't wait to get more characters in the series. Please make a Jim Hopper, Chief Jim Hopper, and a Steve. That would be amazing. Let me know if you guys want to do reviews on any other characters from the series, like Dustin. I'm debating on picking him up. Or maybe even dive into the 3.75-inch line, the 4-inch cast of figures. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today's review. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the usual, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!